As such
And it shows them pearly whites. GMO Tuesday. McHeath. Baby, you know what? I can never get tired of this rendition. Live at the Sands, 1971. Bobby Darin bringing us in, ladies and gentlemen.
You know that
With his teeth, scarlet billows start to spread. It's GMO Tuesday at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, August 29th on the West Coast. And there's never a trace of red. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, got them special gloves. Hey. Big shout out this morning. Big shout out to all the folks in Texas. Our prayers are with you. Your thoughts, you're in our hearts. Jamie, Texas, I hope you and your family are okay. And of course, John Allen, Marie Nicole Bouvier. I hope you folks are in good hands. And of course, anybody, all my preservation brothers and sisters down there in Texas. I hope everybody's safe. We all have good thoughts for you. And I think it's remarkable and fantastic how everybody has come together to help. And if I may make a suggestion, we saw, they call them old folks home, but it was a bunch of older ladies, senior citizens, sitting waist deep. They weighed 3 feet of water. And this gal's knitting. She's knitting like, hey, you know what? It's just water. I'm going to knit. Here's what I think. I think one of you billionaire people need to buy whatever she was knitting for $1 million and donate that money to help them folks. That's what you need to do. Because that gal was so cool. You talk about a cool cucumber. This lady just knitting away, got the water rising up, stuff floating all over the place. She's knitting socks, I don't know what she's knitting, but whatever that lady was knitting, that needs to be auctioned off. Start at $1 million, you rich people. All you billionaires, go bid on it. Let's help those folks in Texas. They need some help. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this. This is that's what America's about. What you're seeing right now is true Americans coming together. Those are Americans. Not all that crap in Berkeley. Those are Americans. GMO Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. GMO Tuesday. We're on the West Coast. And we got a little better weather, okay? Not trying to dig you, Houston, but, we're blessed. We got some nice weather. It's been a very wet season out here. Believe it or not, all our hills around here are still green. They're usually brown. A month ago, they're all green this year, which is a great water year. Hey, got some good stuff today. Good stuff. GMO Tuesdays, vertical gardening. Get over and see Kevin at Epic Gardening. He's got some great stuff on his website. I got some links in the description, a link to a podcast series that he's doing on Epic Gardening. Good information over there. Vertical farming, urban gardening. Of course, vertical, myself, I've always built it. Limited space solutions. I've become pretty adept at it. I've become pretty decent at it. It's a lot of fun. It's great to sit down with somebody and find out how they like to eat, what the kind of foods they like, and then go out and build them something that they can eat that way, that they can grow their own food. I don't know how many of you really understand the power of good food. It creates a healthy atmosphere for your internal body, not just your head and everything else about it, but herbs, just fresh herbs. The mineral, vitamin content, all that kind of stuff in a fresh herb versus a dried herb. I don't want to bang any of the herb companies that sell dried herbs, but the reality is those herbs go through a lot of processing. They're probably about a year old by the time they get to the shelf, okay? And I've worked in places where they sterilize herbs. And they would put them in 55-gallon drums and put them in a nitrogen oven to freeze everything and kill what any kind of bacteria or whatever anything is in there, and then they send them on to packaging. So fresh herbs, there's just no comparison when it comes to flavor. Flavor just explodes. And especially if you're making a sauce or something like a little, I'll give you a little secret. And this secret here, I'm going to tell you, this secret here is from Maria as I called her. She was my Italian lady neighbor next door down in San Jose years and years and years ago. And she taught me a little Italian cooking. Keto Italian cooking is that olive oil and the garlic. You take a little olive oil, put a little teaspoon of olive oil in the bottom of a pot, in a pan, before you get ready to make your sauces with your herbs, your garlic, your onions, and saute that. This is a little trick you learn in the cooking industry, how to make your flavors explode. Saute it for just a couple minutes, just to get everything moving around and everything in that hot olive oil. Get all your sauce going on, and I'll tell you what, you're going to see a huge difference in your food. Here, you want to surprise a kid sometime? Get a little roasted garlic, get some fresh tarragon, make a macaroni and cheese. I'm not endorsing Kraft or any of those box macaroni and cheeses. I cook, I make mac and cheese. A little bit of roasted garlic, a little bit of tarragon. Your kid's going to think you are a gourmet chef. I'm telling you, they're going to think you went and got a cooking lesson. And you can tell them you got it at the Alliday place. That's what you can tell them. Hey, but vertical farming, urban gardening, limited space solutions, they're perfect. These ideas and stuff, like if you have a 10 by 10 patio, you're in an apartment building, but yet you still want to eat good. I can help. Give me a call. I can help. I can help. I can help. Hey, you know who else can help? You know who else can help? MDG Blogger. MDG Blogger, the Keystone State Cutie. Go check her blog out. She got some good stuff. She's always got good stuff. She got good stuff about food, about gardening, and hey, all these places right now, every place, even Kevin, MDG Blogger, they got stuff. It's Mary's Heirloom Seeds. There's another one. It's time to start fall planting. Fall's right around the corner. A little chilly this morning. See, I've been having a sweatshirt on the last few mornings around here. It is a little bit chilly. It's a little bit cooler. Fall's in the air. It's that time of year. And what happens in fall? 3 of my favorite food events. Hatch Chili Cook-Off. Ooh. Best in the West. Best in the West Nugget Rib Cook-Off. Get your rib on. And of course, and boy, if these morons come try to do something with this, because we do it on Columbus Day here, the Italian festival, if they come try to get their racist stuff on with that, we'll beat them. They don't get to come do that kind of stuff out here. We don't let them do that here. They get that crap out of our face. Anyways, enough of that. That's ugly stuff. Let's talk good stuff here. Let's talk good stuff. Paula's Healthy Living. There's good stuff for you. And she's a cutie pie too. Hey, you know what? I found out that we got another. I got to give a shout out to another really drop-dead gorgeous cutie pie. And I hope Mr. President doesn't send Secret Service after me for oogling his wife. But come on, everybody, let's admit it. She's drop-dead gorgeous. Non-GMO. She's a non-GMO girl. I think the proof is in the pudding when you get right down to it. Mr. President, I'm sorry for oogling your wife, but, come on, guy. Let's be real. She is drop-dead gorgeous. You can't help if you're a fella and you're not, from San Francisco, you can't help but just go, oh my goodness, she's gorgeous. So is Paula Mayer. So is the MDG Blogger. Think about this for a minute. You look at the president's wife. You look at those other girls, Zen Honeycutt, Vani Hari, and then you look at Hillary Clinton, Debbie, let me stab my constituents in the back, stabbing now, Merkel. Holy Toledo. I don't want no GMO. I don't want no GMO. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Speaking of GMO, European Union stepping up and doing us a favor. St. Louis Dispatch reporting. probing the merger between Bayer and Monsanto. We're going to start examining a few things here with this Monsanto issue. I'm going to start looking at the lawsuits a little more closely. I might even start doing some special editions on these lawsuits, ladies and gentlemen. Some of them are just unbelievable. And of course, now that there's over 200 of them, every law firm in the country has an ambulance chasing advertisement up, is what I call it. Have you been affected by? Have you been around? Have you been this? Do you have that? Maybe you got this. Maybe you got that. Hey, we can help. Yeah, I'm sure you can. But we're going to get to that. I'm going to try to get a hold of it. I got some inquiries in with a couple law firms that are handling this. And I'm not going to try to get the legalities out or anything. I think we know they're all lying. Monsanto's been lying about this stuff for 40 years now, since the 70s, since they put their first advertisement on TV about the stuff where the dog was digging up the bone. That's right. They got sued for false advertising. The whole European Union made them take it down. But not here in the United States, where Monsanto buys 90% of our politicians. Whom do your elected officials represent? Whom do your elected officials represent, ladies and gentlemen? Debbie, let me stab my constituents in the back. Stabbing now. Took $15,000 and represents Monsanto. We got a QR code from her. Where's that? Where is that thing? Somebody asked me about this. Thomas Baldwin, I found the wrapper. I thought I had thrown this away. I actually put somebody's stuff in it to hold on to it for him. This is it. White. I guess I should turn it up so you could read it, huh there, guy? White russet. You see that little QR code? This right here, ladies and gentlemen? That's what Debbie Stabenow gave us. That QR code takes you to a propaganda website about how wonderful my fake garbage potato is. I did a 10-part series on it, ladies and gentlemen. A 10-part series on these potatoes right here. And this right here, let me see, easier to use, fewer black spots, reduced bruising. Oh, it was on the website where it said choice of cooks everywhere, I think. I thought it was on the package. I guess it wasn't. But on the website, it said choice of cooks everywhere. Not here, folks. Not here, because they tasted terrible. I took a bite. They tasted awful. They didn't cook the same. They don't cut the same. You know how a potato, when you cut it, a good, nice, healthy potato, it's got all that juice pops out and explodes. These had no juice. No juice. How do you get a nice, fluffy, moist, baked potato with no juice? No potato juice. And they just didn't taste potato. They tasted flat like straw, you know? I mean, it was like, ugh. Even the critters didn't want to eat them. I stuck them outside. Even the squirrels didn't go eat them. I ended up, we threw them away. But European Union they're looking at competition on this Bayer-Monsanto merger. They're concerned about the competition issue that the merger would eliminate. The other thing is, many people think that Monsanto is big on doing this because this way, I don't know what they're changing the name to. We don't know yet. But this way, Bayer can bury Monsanto because they're, after all, in Europe. But let's hang on just a minute here. Let's look at that for just a second. What did Bayer do after World War II? You don't know? They made war criminals from IG Farben, I believe it was, IG Farben. War criminals, CEOs, gave them board of director positions. Bayer is no better than Monsanto, ladies and gentlemen. They're no better than Monsanto when it comes to chemicals in the food and what they're doing. They're just as crooked. They're just as manipulative. They're just as a bunch of lying sacks, just like the people at Monsanto. Speaking of this, Michael Frank, one of the key people in the merger talks, is going to some fertilizer company in Canada September 8th, in a couple weeks here. So I'm not sure what that is, but here we have somebody going out of Monsanto, and the track record is fertilizer Monsanto. They're in bed together. So we'll see how that plays out. But just keep in mind, both those companies have a lot of demons in the closet. And I'm going to bring this up again, 1917 through 1928. I'm telling you right now, this is where Monsanto learned to manipulate the courts, manipulate the data, manipulate politicians, judges, media, that court case. And I say that because John Queeny approached the American government, the United States government, and said, hey, please sue me for saccharin under the Food Safety Act. Why sue Monsanto for making a product and selling it? Why sue Monsanto for making a product and selling it? Isn't that what companies do? You make something, you're in manufacturing, I don't care what you are. You make a product, you sell it. That's capitalism. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Why didn't the United States government sue Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola put saccharin in the food, in their product. Coca-Cola was poisoning America and the world, not Monsanto. Monsanto didn't put that in the food. They just sold it to a company. That was how Monsanto did this. The United States government should have been suing Coca-Cola, ladies and gentlemen. That's who should have got sued. They put it in the food supply, and they told you it was okay to drink. That wasn't on Monsanto. Monsanto just made the product. Wrong person got sued. But that laid the groundwork for your Grocery Manufacturers Association, for everything that we're seeing today. And I'm going to ask again. If you're in the legal field, help me out here. Let's get these old cases out. Let's dig the archives out, dust them off. Let me read them. Let me do some stuff. We'll get some people looking at them here. But I'm telling you right there, the answers for how we undo this mess are in those court cases. Let's take a look at them. Let's get them out of the archives, and let's actually get them instead of this token reference we keep seeing in media outlets. Okay? Let's find these cases. They're out there somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. They're out there. I know it. And I'd really, really like to look at them because it will help us understand how and why we got here today, and why, again, whom do your elected officials represent, ladies and gentlemen? Do they represent you, or are they like, Debbie, let me stab my constituents in the back. Stabbing now! Taking $15,000 from Monsanto. That is our food labeling for $15,000. That's what Monsanto got. That's what Monsanto got. What Monsanto doesn't have is Sheena. Sheena down in Australia. Sheena Alexandra. Hey, Bondi Radio. www.bondiradio.com. Another wellness health person. Another drop dead gorgeous wellness health lady on the planet. You got to love these gals all around the world, man. All of them gorgeous. And then you get Merkel, GMO gal. I'm telling you, man, when you look at her face, she's so miserable from all them GMOs, what they've done to her. It's crazy. It's crazy. Fridays, 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bondi Radio, ladies and gentlemen, you can tune them in, bondiradio.com.au. They're on the internet. She is also, I think you get the TuneIn app, a couple of those things, and you can listen to her show. I'm going to try to work something out, see if we can't make a call down there and see what's going on with them. But she'll be on this week. She got some good stuff going on, and it is a call-in format, so you never know. One of the things, I'm going to start doing special editions on these lawsuits. and we'll see how they play out. So we'll be taking a look at not the ambulance chasing side of it, but the merits of the lawsuit. We'll start looking at some of the facts and stuff. The reality is, none of this stuff has been tested right. None of it has been, and again, Monsanto from 1978 or 1917 to 1928, they figured out how to manipulate the politicians, how to get in their pocket, how to get agencies. Because I'm sure what they did, I will bet money. I'll go 11-1 on it and take any action on this too. I will bet you money from 1917 to 1928, whatever food and safety organization we had going on in the United States at that time, I will bet you money after that lawsuit started, somewhere after that lawsuit started, you're going to find an ex-Monsanto executive employee, somebody tied directly to Monsanto in that agency. I will bet on it. I will bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet on it. Ladies and gentlemen, here's how ridiculous some of this stuff is. 29 states have passed and this is another thing we're going to get into. We're going to look at seed banks. I'm going to start talking to seed banks. It's that time of year again. We start saving seeds. I put a little video planter bed out there. It's very melancholy because it's a tough issue for me. You know, I came here with a purpose. It was all exciting. It was going along really great. And I'm just going to leave it there. I'm trying to be diplomatic and I shouldn't, because I've been lied to, I've been cheated, and all kinds of things. But I'm going to be diplomatic as I possibly can, especially on the air. Except with Monsanto. And again, they're looking at my profiles everywhere. I don't know why. Because I ain't got nothing good to say about them. And I'm going to say this again. Okay, I'm going to say this again. The GMO technology, it's not bad technology. It does what it's designed to do. When you make a product that's designed to do something, such as a car, it drives down the road and does what it's supposed to do. My issue is how the technology is used. We could do some wonderful things with this technology. Why are we using this technology to sell poison? Why are we using this technology to sell a chemical? And for all you pro-Monsanto pieces of garbage that are being paid to lie in social media, you're part of the Monsanto propaganda machine. You're going to sit here and tell me it's not about money. Monsanto profit a little over $6 billion, $6.2 billion or something like that. 1.9. How many products? I want you to think. I want you to think about this for a minute. Monsanto has literally thousands of products that they push out. One product was 30% of their profit margin. Glyphosate. So do not tell me, and when that comes in at the tune of $1.9 billion, a number that is so astronomical people can't fathom how much money that is. $1.9 billion in profits on glyphosate. You cannot tell me this ruse has not been to sell a chemical. That's all it is. They make chemicals. Why are chemicals in our food? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But I have a question for Sheena down in Australia. What is the climate like down there about the Bayer-Monsanto merger? I know they have strict agriculture regulations and laws in the country. Most places that are surrounded by water do, except the United States. When you look at it, we're probably the only country on the planet that allows what is going on. Everybody else has regulations. India pushing Monsanto out. They're not wanting this BT cotton, this BT toxin stuff anymore. It's ruining the soil. It's ruining the water. It's ruining everything. And again, in the video I did last night, I showed what Monsanto ignores. You get all this flooding right now and all that rain coming out of the Midwest. Whoever sprayed dicamba over there and the water's running here, I'm going to get it down here. And I made this analogy one day. I told him, I said, I tell you what, how about if I go move on the hill above your house and I just put an open sewer pipe down the hill and it rolls all into your backyard? Oh, well, you can't do that. That would be septic. I said, oh, but you can put poison on your land and let it run into my yard and with no liability. Now think about that for just a minute. Just think about that. Why is it okay for them, no liability, but yet the poor organic guy has to spend thousands of dollars just to grow and say, I do organic growing? Monsanto rigged those laws too. Rigged those laws too. So when I'm getting ready to go back in the workforce, that's probably going to come off. I may go back to cooking for a minute. But when you think about the issues surrounding all of this, the common sense. And I every time I talk about this subject, I cannot help but think about a commercial from the 70s. Think about let's see if we can find it. I need a commercial break. Let's see if we can find it. It was a great commercial. It was a Parquet commercial. And of course, Parquet is yellow grease. I don't know what, it's some fabricated, I don't know, I don't want to know. I might be afraid to know what's in it, you know. Let's see here. Not nice to fool with Mother Nature. That was the key line in the commercial. And I don't remember the lady's name, but it was great. She was in a white, flowing, little billowy kind of dress. Made her look like some kind of angel. Really cool. It was a funny commercial. It was a great commercial. Oh, chiffon margarine. Let's see here. Wait a minute. Where'd that go? Where'd it 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 go? But it's a great commercial. And the gist was, it's not nice to fool with Mother Nature.
And Goldilocks said, who's been eating my porridge?
Mother Nature, was this on the porridge?
Yes, lots of my delicious butter.
That's chiffon margarine, not butter.
Margarine? Oh, no, it's too sweet, too creamy.
Chiffon so delicious it fooled even you, Mother Nature.
Oh, it's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
If you think it's butter, but it's not. It's chiffon.
It's gross, too. I'm a butter person. If I cook, it's butter. If olive oil, you don't bring no grease in my, don't bring that. I threw it at somebody last time. I said butter, not garbage. You know, I get animated sometimes. Oh!
I am the
The Frito Bandito! Hey, he's a glyphosate bandito now because all their stuff, you know, and they ended up having to take that commercial off. But that, they said it was a little, It was that was a funny commercial though. But glyphosate in everything, corn, soy. Why? You know, I mean, I look, and I'm going to say this again. I forgot the star of the show. The star of the show. The star of the show. Remember, this is what they do. They take a little bit of this and they put a little bit of that in, a little bit of this, and then we got this going on. Yeah. And we get the star of the show, Wilcox Organic. Look at them. Look at them. Week number 3. Week number 3 on the air. 6 months on my shelf. Organic eggs. Organic eggs. Good googly wooglies. Scary is more like it. Kind of like chiffon. Kind of like chiffon. But we're going to start looking at the lawsuit issues. I'm going to start getting in touch with some of these attorneys. I'm going to start asking them, hey, look, what do people need to be aware of if they think? And let's make no mistake. Check out, ladies and gentlemen, for what I did in the preservation industry, I would get certified once a year to be an herbicide insecticide applicator, because occasionally you'd get foreclosures that were just a mess. When I applied an herbicide on a property, I would always discuss it with the neighbors and let them know and show them hey, this is what we're using. If you have any reactions, if your pet has a reaction or something, maybe you want to keep them in for a day, half the day or something. Let me get it done. Let it, kind of dry out or whatever. And I would always make sure that what I did was not going to leach into their yard. And that's very important. Or drift. Drift is the other thing. And that's what and when you see how they're spraying this stuff, holy Toledo. Holy Toledo. Holy Toledo. Unbelievable. Zen Honeycut, moms across America, ladies and gentlemen. Moms across America. Of course, Monday nights, 5 to 8. Tune into them. They have some, Zen Honeycut got some stuff going on. Again, links are in the description. If you want to get tickets, a lot of great speakers. See if I can pull that up and tell you who is going to be in soil, not oil, other than Vandana Shiva. You know what? Vandana, if I ever had a couple chicks just to go hang out with for a while, just spend a day BSing, Dr. Jane Goodall and Vandana Shiva, I'm telling you what, you'd have a blast. You'd have a blast. They are just two of the most refreshing people. I've watched interviews with Vandana Shiva, and I don't care what they say to that gal. She smiles and looks them in the face and gives them an answer and tells them how stupid they are, and they get so frustrated. It cracks me up that it does. It really does crack me up. I'm looking for the moms across. There we go. Whoa. Where'd I go? Moms across America. This is a really cool deal. The soil, not oil. But on Monday nights, let me talk to you about Monday nights. On Monday nights, from 5 to 8, she does something on a Zoom video call. She always sends a link out. If you want to participate in stuff like that, get a hold of Moms Across America, Zen Honeycut. You can find them on Twitter. All these people are on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at alladayllc.com. Join my Twitter campaign. Join my Twitter campaign. I'm telling you, Mr. President, Mrs. President, Mr. EPA, Purdy, FDA, USDA, over there, Mr. Purdy, Mr. Pruitt at the EPA, please get the poison out of our food. Come find me on Twitter. We'll ask them together. It's picking up momentum. We're doing it every day. Who helps? MDG Blogger. Every day she comes out there with me, and we ask that president, hey, Mr. President, we need another 500,000 people to help us. Another 5 million people to help us. 90% of the people in America want proper food labeling. That's 315 million people. And we can't get a million to say, hey, let's get the poison out of our food. Come on, there's got to be a million of us on Twitter. There's got to be a million of us on Twitter. It only takes 20,000 ticks to trigger that stuff. Come on, let's get the algorithm going. Let's bump them in the head. But let's make them aware. Let's give attorneys information, solid information they can use, that they don't have to subpoena. Think about it. Think about it. Monsanto's all pissed off. Now they're saying that they're trying to do, those were stolen emails. Like Hillary Clinton. This is what I loved about that. All the Democrats were saying, you're talking about stolen emails, stolen emails, stolen emails. Nobody said they were lying. They just said they were stolen. So it makes them untrue. So, I don't know. Pretty girls texted me. But, moms across America, ladies and gentlemen, they got something going on. Wrong button. Let me go. But let me get on this other one with Moms Across America, www.momsacrossamerica.com. Momsacrossamerica.com. Go over there, see Zen Honeycutt on her website. She got some great stuff. Of course, Communities Rising. Very informative, eye-opening, to say the least. But let's get to, let me get this thing, come on, but sometimes this internet stuff. That's the wrong one, hang on. Doobie-doo. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Soil, not oil yet. Get your tickets. Hurry. Step right up. I'm going to read you some of the people that are going to be into this. Stacy Malkin from the U.S. Right to Know. Michael Hansen from Consumers Union. Mark Squire from New Earth Natural Foods. Ignacio Chapella from synthetic. He's going to talk about synthetic biology. Winona Howder, Food and Water Watch. They're all going to be there with Vandana Shiva. Check it out. Link is in the description. Soil, not oil. I'm going to say it again. What goes in the dirt goes on your table. What goes in the dirt goes on your table. It does not matter, ladies and gentlemen. It flat out does not matter. I don't care what is in that dirt. If you grow something eats it. It goes in the food chain. Whether the water comes out of the dirt and you drink the water, whether it's a plant that is grown like corn and fed to a cow, a pig, a goat, a chicken. That's what scratch is, crushed up corn. The egg ends up on your table. The New York filet mignon, they end up on your table. Pork chop. Goat, the other red meat, it ends up on your table. Just think about it. Little common sense is going to go a long way when you start thinking about this. And this is something that Monsanto wants to ignore. They want to ignore evolution. They want to ignore leaching. They want to ignore a lot of facts is what they want to ignore. They want to ignore, and again, we have an entire generation of bright-eyed, bushy-tailed scientists going out there that have been educated in Monsanto science. Of course, Robert over at Cornell, leaving the activism at Cornell. He's going to end his activism at Cornell. And I think that's very important. Everybody thinks this guy laid down. He did not. He hasn't laid down. He's going somewhere else. He's going to spend his energy somewhere else. And I am looking forward to what the guy's going to do. But again, and there's some issues with this guy. I don't agree with him, but he's telling the truth. I mean, there's some. He's a climate change guy, and I have my own thoughts and stuff on that. So I don't. It's like Thomas. Thomas and I don't agree on a lot of stuff, but Thomas brings a lot to the table. So does Robert, and they bring facts. They bring facts, and here's what I have always felt was so great about being an American. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter who you are. You have the ability, at least supposed to. Thank you, Democrats. At least we're supposed to have the ability and the liberty to speak our piece. And if you want to use that, liberty to spread hate and vile and just nastiness, that's your mental deficiency, in my opinion. But if you want to do something like I'm doing right now to try to inform people, try to educate people, try to help people look at things in another light, that's what Thomas and I do when we exchange in the threads. That's what Robert does. He tries to exchange ideas. That's what MDG Blogger does. Bring you another view. Bring you Paula's Healthy Living. All these places. Kevin at Epic Gardening. We have a common goal. We don't want poison in our food. But at the same time, how do we do it? We don't do it like Colin Kaepernick and sit on a knee during the national anthem and say, oh, this is wrong, and then wonder why we can't get a job. No, we sit down, we discuss things, we figure out how, we offer solutions, and that was my bitch and my beef with Colin Kaepernick. To me, he disrespected every veteran in this country. He disrespected our country and our flag. And I'm sorry, that's a no-no. I'm an American. I am an American. And that is BS to me. It's poppycock. You don't get to do that. That's not right. That's not right. The flag didn't do anything to you. The national anthem didn't do anything to you. But has that man offered a solution? Has he tried to go into an inner city like San Francisco where he was working and work in the inner city and try to resolve issues between minorities and police? He didn't do anything like that. And that's my complaint with Colin Kaepernick. Mr. Kaepernick, if you're out there, I'm going to tag you somewhere here so you can listen to it because I am talking about you. But if you're out there, maybe if you said, hey, look, I'm not going to take a knee. I made my stand. I said what I had to say. This is what I want to do, though. I made all this money playing football. Let me take a little bit of this money and let me start something and try to offer a solution. You've never offered a solution. And that's what being America is about, ladies and gentlemen. That's what our First Amendment is about. It is about discussion, dialogue. We can disagree. We can disagree to disagree. We can do all the euphemisms and all that stuff in conversation. It's all an exchange of ideas. It's all an exchange of ideas. It's not like Monsanto suppressing information and lying to you and then cheating you. I mean, let's be real. They're cheating your health. They're doing something with the chemical so they can give you another chemical to fix what this chemical's doing, so they can give you another chemical to fix what that chemical's doing to fix that chemical. It's like the lady who swallowed a fly. She swallowed a spider to catch the fly. Oh my, she swallowed the bird to catch the spider to catch the fly. She swallowed the cat to catch the bird to catch the spider to catch the fly. That's what the chemical companies do. They give you a chemical that's going to make your nose run. It's going to make your eyes water. It's going to give you dry mouth. You're going to get cotton mouth, and you ain't even smoked no marijuana. You're going to get the cotton mouth. You're going to poop in your pants. You're going to have no bladder control. But hey, while you're pooping and peeing your pants and your nose is running all over the place, you're going to have the confidence to talk to the pretty girl across the room. You don't have to stay in the closet no more. Oh, and by the way, all those other things, we got a chemical for those too. We'll stop your pooping. It'd make your ears ring, but we're going to stop your pooping. Yeah, we'll fix your bladder. It'll take your smell away so you won't be able to taste what you're eating. But we'll fix your bladder. Yeah, we got all these chemicals that can do wonderful things. Common sense, ladies and gentlemen. Common sense. Common sense is what, that's the approach that needs to be taken here. I'm going to ask you again. Come on, join my Twitter campaign. Zen Honeycutt, Ronnie Cummings, Vani Hari, everybody. Join the Twitter campaign. Cycle this thing. Make these people accountable. It's social media. It's out there. And when people start asking questions in social media, we all know what happens. We all know what happens. Once the snowball gets rolling, once that train gets coming down the track, it's on. It's on. We'll be doing some special editions of GMO Tuesday, getting into the Monsanto lawsuits, and we're going to be talking about that. Once again, Paula's Healthy Living. Get over there, take a look at it. MDG Blogger. Get over there, take a look at her blog. Kevin at Epic Gardening. I don't know where he is this week, but he's got some great stories going on. Where's our blueberries, Kevin? Hello? Has it sunk in yet? Has it sunk in? Common sense. Common sense. That's all it takes. A little common sense. If you sit down, and maybe because of the way they're teaching school nowadays, common sense has fallen off the table. I don't know. A little common sense, ladies and gentlemen, is going to go a long way in this issue. Consumer power. Consumer power. Help me with the Twitter campaign, ladies and gentlemen. Help me with the Twitter campaign. Me and Wilson, we're getting ready to hit the road. We might be in a town near you. I don't know. I'm getting some inquiries. You never know. You never know. Coming up, it is fall. I'm going to start seed bank talk. We're going to talk seed bank talk, and I'll get a hold of Mary down there at Mary's Heirloom Seeds, at Petaluma Baker Seed Banks, and I'll get you some requirements. We'll get that stuff in the links next time on the next show. I may even do a special report on that. That to me is very, very, very important. One of the reasons I adjusted my timetable, I got stuff planted. I need seed. I trust my seed. I know how I grow my food. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the station. That's what it's all about. Subscribe to the station. It's going to be a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, if you can donate, if you can help us out a little bit, hit the website, the donations there. I got my new device. As you saw, Mother Nature was on it this morning. Start writing again. I miss writing. I do. It's a lot of fun. And it's kind of, I have fun with it just like I do with these, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up. It's going to be a great day, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a great day. Before I get out of here, Foothill Feed and Mercantile. You need non-GMO food. You need organic animal feeds. Foothill Feed and Mercantile in the Reno area. 1330 Geiger Grade, ladies and gentlemen. 775-852-0999. Get a hold of Shannon. She's up there. She might have some strawberries left. I don't know. But I got strawberries. Take a look at the video last night, ladies and gentlemen. I got about 300 strawberry plants. I'll do a deal. If you're in this area, the Chilcoot, Susanville, Doyle, California, Reno, Nevada area, get a hold of me. You want something with strawberries, I'll fix you up. I'll get you a deal. I'll get you $1,000 deal for about $100 right now. So get a hold of me and let me know. We're going to get out of here today. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Have a great day. Let's all be safe out there.